It teaches the one who have eyes what is going around. Having eyes does not mean you are okay. Not everybody that browse gets information. Using all of your data on Facebook does not make you see any face. Yes. You just be looking and looking. And at the end of the day, you get sorrowful. And you leave the Facebook again, you shut it down. Next time you open it, that then you Funke! Praise the Lord. All right. But when you come, Bible say, be anxious. Now, see, the word anxious also means to be careful. In other words, to fill your mind with so much care, to be full of care. Now, this is not just any other care. It is care. It is not a good care. Anxiety is a wrong kind of care. It's a wrong kind of worry, because anxiety is not worrying about what has happened. It is worrying about what may happen. Anxiety, please, are you writing? Because I don't have. Anxiety is not worrying about what has happened. It's worrying about what could, should, may, might, would eventually happen. And most of the time, you are wrong. So the devil has a tactics. And that tactics is for you to fill your heart with care for things that may never happen. You begin to worry about possibilities, about probability. Anxiety is worrying about focusing on the threat the enemy has posed to you. He posed some threats to you. Or what has not happened yet. Told you, I'm going to kill you. You are going to die. Before you become 40, you are going to die. And you are worried. Your mind is filled about the possibility of dying before you are 40. That is anxiety. All of us have some demons to fight. But that one, some of us have made mistakes in the past. That one is just regret when you reflect on them. But anxiety is what takes place after you have overcome the error of your past. And it's depriving you of entering into your future. Let me let you know. And that is how the enemy works. He likes to fill your mind with care about what has not happened so that you don't enjoy your present. And at the end of the day, you still lose what you are focusing on. So you get 2 for 1. Many of us here are worried sick about things that may never happen at all. In reality, the enemy does not have the power. Your enemy, please note it. Your enemy does not have the power to do those things he's posing to you as if he has power to do. The enemy does not have the power to do to you those things he's boasting that he's going to do to you. The power, he will have done it long before now. But what he wants to do is to recruit you to do to yourself what he cannot do to you. There is no way you have ever seen in the world where you see Satan coming to stab people or put rope on their neck. What he does is to feed their mind with junks about their today that tomorrow become bleak, and then they hang themselves. So I'm telling you, when we get to heaven and you say, I want to then you now start blaming yourself. I didn't see the devil, but I killed myself. The devil wants to fill your mind with so much junk that you will shout about those who were killed. Terrorism is about those who are left behind. When I'm struck in September 11, it was very funny. A lot of people lost their life, but it was not a war against those who died. It was to create panic in those who are left. Don't go to work. They said somebody, last week I was about to go out. My wife just came to me and said, I heard that they were shooting some people along Pajuyo. So be careful today. That information was enough to create panic and say, stray bullet. Let me go back home and sleep. That is what the devil wants to do. That he killed one person here, and every other person is afraid that they will not die the same way. I don't know kill your father or your mother or your grandfather, but let me announce to you, you will not die like that. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm just talking to somebody. I don't know how they die. Maybe they died at a certain age, or they died because of one sickness or the other. Somebody, the Lord asked me to tell you that you will not die like they died. Anxiety, that's what anxiety does. That's what the devil is doing. It's a theory that has been in long existence. To be anxious for nothing. Don't worry over a thing to the point that you lose your peace over it. Don't get yourself focused on a thing until you lose your peace. If it is a thing, it can change. If it is a thing, then it can change. If it is a thing, it can change. Let me let you know. The devil will do anything to make you lose your peace. In the morning, you may get to your car and your car does not start, or it has a flat tire, and then you lose your peace. How many of us have ever experienced that? You get dressed in the morning and you want to go to work, and you get to your car. Yeah, you want to come to church. Church on Sunday, and Pastor Shegun will matter be mommy or mama is going to ask you to stand up, and you are already awake late. Then you get to your car and it has a flat tire. There is no vulcanizer around, and you begin to kick the car. You kick the car, and your peace is lost. You are at war. You are agitated in you. Excuse me. The devil is not after your car. He's after you. The devil does not drive a car. He just wants to use your car to get to you. Excuse me. He wants to use your car to get your attention. The devil is not after your child. He's after you. Because you know you care so much about your child. So when your child falls sick, he knows he will get you to lose your peace. So he will use your child against you having peace. The devil is not against your promotion. What does the devil want to do with your promotion? But he knows that you care about your promotion so much. He wants to use your promotion against you. But I'm speaking to somebody here. Whatever the devil has been using against you, the time is off now. The devil does not drive car. It is about your peace. Anxiety is when you get worried sick about the future. Now, let me quickly be fast. God gave us 3 weapons for which we can fight anxiety. Number 1, he said in verse I think it's verse 5 now. He said, be anxious about nothing. He said, but in all things, by prayer. Number 1 weapon is prayer. See, many of us complain. We talk, we dance, we sing, but we don't pray. But Bible says, if my people who are called by my name, we humble themselves and sing. We humble themselves and play keyboard. We humble themselves and complain. No, we humble themselves and pray. You have been doing everything, but you are not praying. That's why anxiety is holding you down. You are doing everything, but you are not praying. Let me let you know, you have led the first thing first. Can you rise up and pray for once and stop talking? And stop browsing. Stop looking for recipe that nobody has practiced, but theory that nobody has done, and they put it on Facebook and said, 10 ways to have joy. 5 ways to be happy always. The person that wrote it committed suicide. And you think it will work for you. Stop it and stop praying. It says, the house of my father shall be called the house of prayer. I have wondered why prayer does not bring people to church again. Because they have alternative. Prayer is supposed to invite you to church. If prayer does not bring you to church, what of God does not bring you to church? Let me let you know, many people who didn't go to God when they were healthy, eventually start looking for God when they are in trouble. You need to go to Rio and see cars parked and the person in the vehicle was carried on stretcher so that he can seek God. Then you ask him, what did he do when he had the power and the strength to seek God? Remember the Lord your God in the days of your youth. I am against those youths who don't know God. You are playing with your destiny. Fine girl does not rule world, though. Fine boy does not make anything. So many fine boy, fine girl in the grave turning to maggots. Before their time, to you. Not because of their time. When you begin to pray, you've been complaining, but God said, it's time for you to pray. Tap your neighbor and say, it's time to pray. And you are not saying, I said, it's time to pray. God said, I'm giving you number one weapon. It is to pray. Instead of you saying, I want to see the pastor. Can't you see God? You're trying to book an appointment with a prophet. Hey, look at you, Mumusko. That prophet, Opalo is here. Oh, Allah, baby, don't you go see? Instead of you booking an appointment with a minister, can't you book an appointment with the God of the minister? Many of you are trying to book an appointment with someone who will help you book an appointment with somebody, whereas he himself is already looking for a way to book an appointment with that person, but that person is in your house. You get it? You're trying to book an appointment with someone who is trying to book an appointment with someone who lives in your house. Let me travel to Abuja to go and speak to the president to help him speak and do you understand what I'm saying at all? That is it. When you keep going after men to pray for you, you're asking them to help you talk to the person that is in your house, the person that is beside you. What gives you an assurance that that person even have the address of that person? Stop running after them. Don't book an appointment with them. Book an appointment on your knees with God. We called for 24 days now. Some people have not come to church for one. Well, let me not go too much there. Number two, supplication. Supplication is the place where you submit. Where you come to tell God that I am in need, but I have no way to handle it by myself. In prayer, you just tell him about your mind and everything. But in supplication, you submit. You come to a place of begging and saying, I can't handle this by myself. I'm in this mess, but my brain cannot get me out of it. How many of you have ever gotten into a mess where you know that you cannot come out of it by yourself, except it comes up? Maybe God will allow you to get deep in that mess so that you can find your way to him. Maybe. Supplication is when you get to the point and say, I know you care about me. I know you love me. But I've come to a point where I can't handle it by myself. It's a place where you have to tell the devil. It's a place where you get to tell yourself and tell God and say, Lord, I am surrendering my plan. I'm surrendering my thoughts. I'm embracing your strategy. Because when you embrace his strategy, God's got a strategy, a wisdom to take you out of that mess that you don't know. It's a place where you say, this battle that I'm in does not belong to me. Father, take over this battle. Supplication is a place where you humble yourself that God can take himself up. Supplication is a place of surrendering, of humility. Supplication is a God, if you brought me into this, and definitely, if you don't want to take me out of it, then you want to bless me with it. It's a place where you acknowledge God that if you allow this to come into my life, Father, I know that you are going to use it for my good because I know you too much. You only pray the prayer of supplication when you know God. But the last one, which I want to tell you, is all of these three are weapons to overcome the devil. But you know, amazing thing, All of them involve you speaking up, opening your mouth to say something. Thankfulness is your weapon to overcome the devil. When the devil brings you, it makes your heart panic over it. Then you have to go back into your account and begin blessing name them one by one. Your blessing. The devil will never want you to count your blessing because he knows it's an antidote against anxiety. And the devil wants you to panic about the future. Remind him about your past. Tell him about your past. Tell him that this case is not the worst case. You know who I'm talking to. What you are going through is not the worst that has ever happened to you. Oh, what you are going through is not the worst that could have happened. You have gone through worst case and you didn't die. There is a God that saved you. You are not hearing me. I said there was a God that saved you when you were driving at night. When you were driving, that time when you didn't know God, there was a God that saved you. The devil should not come and tell you now that you will not come out of this. When you know there is a God that saved you, then back then, when the devil remind you that you will not make it, let him know that you already made it. The devil will tell you that you will never make it, you will never see the future. Tell him, I already made it. If you had the power to stop me, you could have stopped me from being born. You could have stopped me from going to hey. If the devil has the power to stop my destiny, he should have stopped me from being born. Because I won my first battle. My first battle was against millions. My first battle was against millions. Millions on palm cell. But God gave me sweet. And I swam. I was the one that fertilized the oven. Because there was a grace upon my life. Because I was a calling. Was a purpose upon my life. The devil cannot stop me. They cannot stop me. Keep quiet and be watching me. If the devil can stop you, he should have stopped you long ago. If the devil can stop you, he should have stopped you long ago. He should have stopped you from knowing Jesus. He should have stopped you from coming to church. Tap your neighbor and say the devil made a mistake. Oh, tap your neighbor and say the devil made a mistake. Look for 5 people and say the devil made a mistake. Oh, look for 5 people. This is not your worst battle ever. This is not the worst battle you have ever fought. There were times when you didn't know about it, but God delivered you. There were times when you didn't have money, but God delivered you. There were times when you were driving at high speed, but God delivered you. There were times when you should have died, that you should have died, but God delivered you. The devil is a liar. All he can do is to make you fear the unknown. But I already know something. God loves me. He's faithful. He cannot lie. He will get me there. Oh, can I have somebody in this church to celebrate God for 1 second? Can I tell you this as I close? We want to pray. If you have ever lost anything, God said I should tell you, thank me because you didn't lose everything. If you have ever lost anything, thank me because you didn't lose everything. Because it was because of me. I'm talking about God now. God asked me to tell you that it was because of me that you didn't lose everything. So what you saw that you lost was not what the enemy intended. You could have lost your life. That sickness could have killed you. You wouldn't have seen your child's graduation. Hey, mommy, I remember. You were not meant to see your child's graduation. There are people here, you are not meant to even see today. You are not meant to be here today. You are complaining about what God has not done in 2018. But God said, you shouldn't have even seen June in the first place. Some of you are complaining about closed door, but sometimes you need to begin to thank God for closed door, because closed doors are God's way of directing us to the right door. If I want to enter a house and I try this door and it does not open with the key I have, I try another one, I try another one, I try another one. Eventually, I will have one key that opens the place. When God closes a door, it is to direct you to the one that opened. Stop crying over a closed door. If it were to be your door, it will open. You don't have the key for it. You have the key for another door. Closed door is a way of God guiding you to the right one. God wanted to go and preach at Macedonia, at somewhere in Asia. And he said he saw in a dream of the night. A man stood and said, come to Macedonia. A closed was closed. A door was, but another door was open. Somebody, I need to announce to you, God asked me to tell you, doors are opening unto you now. Stop complaining. Stop complaining about. Oh, I was sharing this with my friend, with one of my sons yesterday. I didn't want to come to Ado-Ekiti. I never wanted to come to Ado-Ekiti, not even when I finished service. Before I got admission, my JAMB form was that I places. I didn't even know Ado-Ekiti. I didn't know Ado-Ekiti. I had a scholarship in 1996 for being the best student in my school. I was supposed to go to Federal Poly Ilaro. I didn't go. I chose Auchi Poly and Kogi Poly. I've never visited both places, but I wanted to be far from home. And so when the admission came, and I had when the Poly JAMB came, and I had a score that was enough for me to get admission, I didn't know about the time that they were doing admission. I thought it was in the era where they would send you admission letter to your church box. I waited endlessly. Maybe the boss man, the post office guy didn't go to post office, I don't know. But they didn't deliver my letter. So eventually when I received scholarship and I went to my principal, whose husband was the rector of Federal Poly Ilaro as then, the woman said, 2 weeks ago, they did admission, they did matriculation. Admission has closed. I cried like baby. I vowed never to go and Mumushagun. 1997, there was a crisis in Laro. Students were killed like massacre. And in fact, they didn't know where to run. I should have been dead. So when the door was closed, I said I would never read again. My decision not to read. Tell somebody and say, God. Say it loud. Say, God is turning everything. I'm making them to work together for your good. Excuse me, man. I didn't read the following year. And I wrote, you need JAMB. No, I think when you need is unit JAMB. So I went for unit JAMB. I didn't read. And by the time I came out of the result came out, it was not good enough for me to get an admission into the university I feel. One of my uncles pretty well, I didn't know that was what led me to Ado-Ekiti in 1997. So I came for the first time October 1997. Eventually, I did pre-degree in Ado-Ekiti. Eventually, I finished electrical electronics in Ado-Ekiti. Eventually, I met my wife in Ado-Ekiti. Eventually, wait now. Eventually, I began Rejoice Arena. Eventually, somebody located me with the first car. Eventually, somebody located me with the second car. Eventually, somebody located me with the third car. Listen to me. You don't know about it. The devil makes you to see today and make tomorrow look like it is bleak. But I have a good news for somebody. Those things you think are not working for you, God is using them to work for you. You're thinking about the delay. You're focusing on the delay. You're looking at the delay. When will I? Will it be possible? Stop thinking like that. First thing, pray. Second thing, supplicate. Third thing, flashback. Has he helped me before? Yes, he has helped me. Look at me. This man standing in front of you when he was just a 3-year-old boy. I fell from a story building when I was just a 3-year-old boy. 3-year-old boy from a story building. I knew when I slept at the window. And I knew when I got to the ground, but I didn't know how I got there. What met me on the way? Nobody could have believed that I fell, if not that they saw bruises on my bum. And I was crying. I walked past, but there was bruises. That was how they got to know